Hey, howdy, hi! Fate Samurai Remnant. This isn't an Astolfo game? You are correct. You want a game with Astolfo in it? I mean, Astolfo's gonna show up the most in Grand Order. You play that on your phone. But other than that, you can watch Apocrypha, or oh, Astolfo's in Extella Link. Want your Astolfo romance path? You're not alone there, Bathwater. I'm not on that path myself, but I understand many wish to walk it. And back when Apocrypha was originally planned, it was going to be an MMO. Wonder what the world where that happens is like, where there's a Fate MMO. Astolfo is a character who originates from, like I said, is from Apocrypha, which is kind of a divisive one in the franchise. I know a lot of people hate the Apocrypha anime. I understand disliking the sound design, like they really overuse the negative sound buzz. I don't know the proper name for it, but that's what I always called it. Whereas this weird buzz that's meant to signify there's no sound at all because something's been hit so hard, like this release of the tension. And they definitely overuse it there. Hey, Green Ghost. I mean, we got Weber, who responds to literally any pronouns you throw at them. Think about other servants with interesting relationships with gender. There's also Chevalier Deon. The reason you're becoming fascinated with Fate, because you tried to make the Frankish Empire in Age of Wonders 4. You might be Poco Loco. You might have an absurd luck stat for the next few weeks of your life. Knowing... Okay. I know what becomes of Poco Loco, at least by the end of Steel Ball Run. Part of me wants to say that... Are you getting crazy lucky all the time? That's good. Poco, you're loco. And just talking some JoJo's. JoJo's is an interesting thing because Fate does also sometimes have that, yes, this character power scales, but we also have this other character who kind of ignores power scaling entirely because of a stupid ability they have that is a pain in the ass for people to deal with. And the power system really is, it's based on stories people have told, for servants at least. You'll scale your power to mine? What are you, a DBZ villain not taking me seriously? Great Witch's Suffering. Yeah? Well, you're gonna regret it when I transform. Ever watch Dragon Balls?
Yori, 何故ここに?
ああ、キルケが無事であれば助力を頼みたい。
確かに前の時には無事だったな。
Yeah, let's go check on Kirke. This is interesting. I do wonder if that's correct. Because I say Circe because that's how Americans say it. But it is ancient Greek, and I think it would be a hard... I don't think they had a soft C in ancient Greek. Just like it's the old way, or in Latin for that matter. Like how it's Kaiser, not Caesar, in the old way of saying it. Similar actual... Kaiser is actually a very similar root to Kaiser. Like K-A-I-S-E-R. I think they are rooted from the same word. Anyone ever power scaled Theodore Roosevelt? In real life? Yes. That's called, oh man. There was like this old show. I don't remember what it was called. They would like power scale historical figures and put them against each other. The episode I remember best was Al Capone versus Jesse James. I'd be very surprised if they never had Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders fight anyone.
Kirke, ここにいたか。
嘆かわしいな。よりにもよって君たちが来たのか。
Good to see you too.
来客が多いのは嬉しいことだが、招かれざる客ばかりだ。
招かれざる客？
やれやれ。これも愛の無知というやつかな。
Because you learned really wanted to fight in the Great War. Sounds like him.
いや、待ってくれ。何かとてつもなく大きな誤解が。
心配いらないよ。それもこれも豚になってしまえばどうでもよくなるからね。
Ah, she's doing this again. Bright light.
キルケの間違いか。まずいぞより。飛べ。
He didn't for various reasons.
避けきれん。
よく寝たわい。ん？今度は何の騒ぎに？
しまった。じいさんが。
おじい
まったく。最悪の目覚め部費。え？部費
Ah. It hit the book. That's why you always keep a Bible near your heart.
まさか今度はわし
じいさん、なんと間の悪い。
よりのみならずおじいさんまで。
They were barely holding it together.
あまり笑ってやるな。
Yori
俺も以前
too.
は同じ目にあったのだ。
何を笑っておる武士。キルキ、こやつらも豚にしてしまう武士。
すっかり豚ではないか。
書としてはどうなんだ？無事なのか？
Can we still open you and read you?
わしの中身が大変なことに。ブ
キルケ、聞いてくれ。行き違いがあったようだ。俺たちは。
Listen, Circe, I think something was a little mixed
あ
up
まり
here.
空とぼけないでおくれよ。さっきから何度も襲われてるんだぞ、こっちは。誰かの暗示にかかった魔術師や侍たちが次々現れては暴れ回って。
マスターが一匹と魔力のもとさえ立て。
Yeah, they
そう
got that.
そう、ちょうどあいつらのような連中だ。で、あれ？ちょっと待った。マスター？まさか君たちもあれに狙われている？
Circe, you absolute buffoon.
とするともしかして君たち正気だったり。
Glowing red eyes is normal in Japan? Thanks for the confirmation, Quilla. You're the only one who's been there, so I can't say one way or the other.
かそうか。正気を失った風に見えたか。
Circe, OMG, Ghost reference. Ghost? Oh. What? No, I actually don't know what you're talking about. Ghost? This is the actual mythological Circe, who they keep calling Circe, which might actually be more correct. The band? I'm not familiar.
よーし、なるほど。そういうことなら仕方ない。さあ、一緒に連中を蹴散らそうじゃないか。
I think there's two reasons they immediately name dropped her. For one, there's genuinely no one in this setting who'd know who the hell she is. Like, even the Red Book might not know her. And number two, there's already two other casters. It just gets confusing at a third. Mariana Cross? Oh! That's them? Okay. I've heard that song for sure. By the way, we got a new stance since last time you've been in here, Quilla. Void stance, which just, it's supposed to be the pinnacle of Niten Ichiryu. Supposed to be like all Ayato, but two-sword Ayato.
そろそろじいさんを元に戻してくれ。
そうじゃそうじゃ。この肋骨を哀れに思わんのか。ブヒッ。
いいんじゃないか。可愛いし。
I have watched more of the latest season of Baki. Just funny seeing the comparisons of Miyamoto Musashi.
それじゃあ私はこれでさようなら。
逃げた。
うん、逃げた。
もう何をしとるんじゃ。わしが豚のままで良いというつもりか。
分かっている。そのままにはしないさ。
Like Kaisar, it's a profligate pronunciation and an Awe pronunciation. Yeah, no, like I said, I think it probably is correct that they say Kirke, because I think they actually also say Kaisar when talking about actual Caesar when he's a servant. I think the dub does call him Kaisar in Fate.
キルケを追う。
And I think in Japanese they might call him that outright, which I think is correct. Because I don't think they had soft C's in ancient Greek and Latin. Oh wait, true to Kaisar. They did not. Yeah, so if it was a C, it probably was Kirkes.
土帝の手の者。奴らもキルケを追っているのか。
The way we say Caesar is a modern pronunciation. Yeah?
奴らを倒せ。
分かった分かった。じいさんの言う通り急ぐとしよう。
Circle. Circle, if you will. By the way, damn near every servant in the war has actually had their minds controlled by the Observer, which 100% normal thing for the Observer to do, actually. I don't know where it comes from, but it's not the classical Latin pronunciation. I do wonder how that happened. I'm going to baselessly, I have no proof of this, I'm going to choose to blame the British for it.
まあまあ、そう言ってやるな。
I think usually when languages get fucked up and it trickles down to English, usually the British fault.
人影はな。
By the way, the Observer for Ritual, it's actually very standard for them to fuck up and try to steal the ritual for themselves. They just do that. God save the king. I don't know, maybe God can leave this one to his own devices. The British are always to blame. Glad we can agree. Wowie. Downside of this form. The lower your health gets, the bigger delays between your attacks. The upside, it's possibly the highest damage in the game. If you're really low health, you want to be in fire stance. High health, you want to be in void stance. There's the British and the French. That tracks. Damn it. Subscribe to the belief that Dixies are the true British people. What the hell are Dixies? Full flow, rush to the sea as a star. 8 current raging storm. By the way, we do also know who Saber is now. Yamato Takeru. Just... Iori chooses to still call them Saber because they like it. The fish into their brain stop them from getting mind-controlled. Your grand strategy games tell you Southerners are called? Ah.
ようやく見つけたぞキルケおじいさんを元に戻すのだ
何か様子がまずは確かめるぞ
おおよーしよしよし
わしを獣のように可愛がるでない
こらセイバーじいさんをからかうのもほどほどにな
Drink tea, they have the original accent. The original accent is pretty close to a New England accent, actually. An American one.
キルケ加勢する
君たち私を助けに来たのかい
君に死なれてはおじいさんもいおりも困る私もちょっぴり困るのだ
I'd at least slightly dislike
それ
it.
で無事なのだな
もちろんさこの程度どうってことないと思う
さすがだ奴らを蹴散らすぞキルケ
I know you would say Kirke in Japanese, but based on the way we say it. Diruse? Something like that? Diruse? Durushi? Maybe?
待て異能の衆が数を頼むか
キルケまだ戦えるか
As we do say Circe more than Kirke.
疲れてたまるもんかだ
頼もしいな力を借りる
分かった
残る敵を片付ける
Really do not like fighting Izuna. Part of it is fighting multiple enemies at once in this game really gets annoying really fast because it's not feasible to keep them both in sight at the same time. Especially when they have this many fucking ads on them.
Saber!
待ってよ
They... Down. I missed. Son of a bitch.
残念だ。そんなものかい？当たらないよ。そんなものかい？遅いね。無駄だ。
Yeah. Okay.
任せろ我らが刃突き立てる。
もらった水の型でいく。
Void enhanced water is kind of cool. Void gives you, you know, just blade waves with your attacks, which is really fun. Lasts basically no time at all.
いつでも良いぞ。より
Water enhanced Void is some absurd DPS potential. This enemy is also really goddamn annoying.
いつでも良い。
Because it does not have wind up to most of its attacks, it just does them. There we go. Do not like the Izuna. They're always annoying to fight.
よし、これで全てだな。
キルケ、頼む。じいさんを元に戻してくれ。
Please, it'd be really funny if you didn't, but please?
意固地になってたって仕方ないか。いいよ。その本を貸してくれ。そうら、これで元通り。
Matey?
二度と
Nice.
戻れぬかと思ったわい。じゃが何やら違和感があるようなないような。
Something still feels off?
さあ、気のせいじゃないかい？
Can you be an honorary Georgian? I don't know if I'm in charge of that, but... I mean, you could be.
いやー、二度も私の試練を乗り越えるとは君たちもやるじゃないか。気に入ったよ。
試練というのは難儀なものだな。
いや、とんでもない目にあった。
二度とごめんじゃ。なんと恐ろしいキャスターか。
仕方ないだろう。私だってここを守るために必死だったんだ。
That's how she is,
試
yeah.
練ともあろう術者が平静を欠くほど必死になるとは。
私はここの霊脈に紐付けられてるんだから、躍起になって守るのは当然のことだろう。
I mean, yeah, I get that,
そ
but...
れに
それに
私が現世に召喚されて間もない頃から、ある魔術師がこの一帯をねぐらにしていてね。ひどく暗い目をした取り付く島もない男で、キュケオーンだって堅くなに口にしなかった。
賢明だ。
It turns you into a pig. Best not to eat it.
それが別の女を連れてここを離れるときた。この私を差し置いてだぞ。いい度胸だ。
Yeah, she never really gets over Odysseus.
だから身を守るための霊装や
She kinda does, but
傷を
this is a
癒す
reset of her,
薬
so...
を押し付けてやった。何も言わなかったけど受け取ってはくれた。私はこの土地を長く離れられないけれど、いずれ戻ってくるかもしれないだろう。私がここを戻る場所を守
Worried
ってさ
about
えいれば。
Chiemon.
ああ、何、済んだことだ。以後気をつけてくれればいい。
この程度の試練、どこぞの冒険野郎なら一言の文句もこぼさずに乗り越えたぞ。不満に思うのは君たちの器が小さいからだ。 これ以上ブータれるならもう力は貸さないぞ。
貴殿の力は今後も借り受けたい。今サーバントたちが次々と操られている。
Yeah, it's basically just her, Saber, and the boss. Saber's from pretty long ago. I don't think they're technically from the Age of Gods, but Circe and the boss definitely are. He's actually from the tail end of the Age of Gods. Like right after all the gods got killed is when Gilgamesh is from. A bit after that, I think.
それで
Though she herself is also sort of a god.
しかし
He's a divine entity.
ダメだと言うなら他を当たらねばだ。どうだより、ここは一つ若旦那に剣で持って。
No.
そう軽々に剣を抜くな。いいかセイバー、ここは
I'll level with you, there's really no one here who can stand up to Gilgamesh. It's just not a fight that can happen.
寛永寺。
ん？
確か寛永寺とかいう寺院があったろ。魔力や霊脈の異常はその辺りから来てる。そこに行って騒ぎが収まるかは知らないが、この手の魔術は大元を断つのが定石だ。私が教えられることはこれだけ。まったく本当に手のかかるピグレット候補たちめ。
キルケ。いや、
Aww.
かたじけない。
He
大い
is
に参
helping.
考になった。
もう
Great Witch's Suffering. Complete.
うむうむ。
Now you can immediately go into another digression with her. Which is really funny. Just real quick. What was Akasaka doing after everything? The place might have burned to the ground a little last night.
伊織殿、
玉蓮殿、無事だったか。
あなた方のご尽力あってこそです。
Yeah, Sang had to leave because
そうか。
he had to leave.
それで貴殿らはいつ頃江戸を立つ？
間もなくと言いたいところではありますが、頼信公への挨拶なども済ませねばなりませんし、少なくともあと数日は赤坂に残ります。その間は復興のため力を尽くすつもりです。
そうか。責任の一端は俺たちにもある。以後も貴殿らを手伝わせてくれないか。
うむ。大事な稼ぎ口の一つだからな。
Valuable source of income.
どうか。
It's basically they don't want to lock you out of this right at the end of the game.
感謝いたします。相応の対価はお支払いしますので、ならば今後もあなた方への依頼については私の方で取りまとめておきましょう。よろしく。
Red Oni Suppression. Cluster, Blackhorn, and money. And lending her a hand. A jewel, a bunch of mummified mermaids, and money.
それでは。
Think we can't do too much here anymore.
行くぞセイバー。俺たちは勝つ。
見せてやれ。わかった。我らがやる。
Didn't even see that there, just Saber decided we were doing a combo attack.
お前の武勇の前にもはや敵はいまい。セイバー。
当然だ。私は君のサーバントだぞ。
ふう、
Interesting. Out of combat, Amber Glow just gives you all the health right away. There's a slow regen effect, but they just decided, you're not fighting, go ahead and get it. That's actually kind of nice. Had I known that, I might have been using it for healing a lot more. Alright, let's go see our favorites. Egg-obsessed witch? Sure, she can be our favorite, that. The hell is this?
ごゆっくり
Some guy selling stuff?
毎度あり
I mean, I'll buy some of it up.
受けたまった毎度あり毎度あり
Need plenty of this. Still one mermaid short being able to do perfect connection. Really funny. Maidori? I'm not familiar. I feel like we've had this exact exchange before. I feel dumb for it, but at the same time, this feels familiar. You're just saying it? Ah, okay. What does it mean? Not fully sure why I'm doing what I'm doing, but there's probably a reason. There's an item over here. Need basically as many dried lizards as I can find. Let's go actually talk to Circe, because I got lost. Mainly because I don't think I was actually looking at the directions. The clipping... Maido Airi. The clipping of Maido Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu. Means thank you for your patronage. Ah, okay. I'll tell you this, but mimics are real, and our only encounter with them are mimes. Not to pick apart a joke, but how do mimes counter mimics? Mimes deal with invisible stuff. Mimics aren't invisible, they pretend to be like an inanimate object. I feel like that's two very different areas. How do mimes help with that?
今度こそ私のピグレットになりたくなったのかな。
It's weird. She, in ancient Greek, keeps using an English word.
よ
Piglet.
ろしい。己の心に正直になるのは
Unless
素
it's
晴
a
らしい
way
こ
older
とだ。
word than I thought.
いや、そういうつもりは。
おや、何か言ったかい？まあ、それはさておきだ。突然だが、ピグレット志望の君たちには一つ試練を課させてもらおうじゃないか。
試練
Trial.
大丈夫さ、安心してくれたまえよ。冥府の番犬を捕まえろなんて無茶ぶりはしない。
Yeah, no, she would know about that. Her story would have been... The Trojan War is explicitly after the trials of Hercules. Because it's actually a plot point in the Trojan War that Hercules previously sacked Troy, and that's part of the reason the war is possible at all. Piglet doesn't refer to some modern concept. It's a baby pig. Baby pigs have always existed. No, but she's very audibly saying the English word piglet. Pigletto. Like, she's obviously saying it, and they are making the point of it. Mimes, from their extensive research on invisible objects, have found a way to differentiate what is a mimic and isn't. Not really any stranger than her speaking Japanese instead of Greek. See, that actually has a story explanation. When you're summoned, you are imparted with modern knowledge. Modern of the era you're in, including the language, so you can still converse with those of the era you've been summoned to. It's weird they gave her an English word as well, at a point where I don't think the English language would be more than... I think William Adams is the only British person they'd even know about at this point. Hope someone got fired for that blunder. Actually, would this be before William Adams? I don't recall exactly when he was. To be fair, it's a thing she just always says. It's just a weird pick.
試練は至って簡単なものさ。そう、食材をいくつか集めてくるだけの。
食材を集める
Probably post William Adams, because they have some outside trade, but not a lot.
食べたら豚になるやつでは。確か休憩なんとか。
キルケすまない。俺たちは先を急いで
It's probably just something we're not supposed to think about.
悪いが他を当たることだ。
あ、待ってよ、待ってくれ。置いていかないでおくれ。
Please, I'm so lonely. Let your real feelings slip out, huh?
いや、すまない。昔のことを思い出してしまってつい。止めはしないから行けばいいさ。そら、さっさと願いとか叶えに行かない
Back
と。
then.
何やら腹が減ってきたな。
セイバーは朝毛に握り飯を何個も口にしていたが、まあいいだろう。おう、そういえば小腹が空いた。何か振る舞ってくれるならありがたい。
いいの？
とはいえ時も惜しい。
Yeah.
早々に
A big thing about their interpretation of Circe is how her attachment to Odysseus, basically keeping his men pigs for so long and begging him to stay for so long, was because she couldn't leave that island and she didn't want to be alone. They even frame her romantic attraction to him as basically just an act to not be alone.
姫の弱り顔には弱いな。
Like fooling even herself into it with anything to just... Yeah. But then he left and she was alone.
ありがとう。じゃあ、この食材を集めてきてくれ。
Interesting, her niece also gets a lot of characterization. Maybe I don't know how many people are familiar with Jason and the Argonauts, but Medea is actually Circe's niece. And she's one of the original Stay Night characters. She was the caster in Stay Night. Pickled Sakura and Azuki Beans.
近場で一通り揃いそうだな。
この近くというと水道橋か。お使いだ。
この辺りだな。まずは扱っている商人を探すぞ。
道行く人に尋ねるかな。
Circe is one of the hundreds of, there's a bunch of siblings in that line. I think they're the water nymphs. I think she's also technically... Yeah, she's also the aunt of Asterios the Minotaur. And, was Achilles' mom part of that family? There's a billion of them. I think there was also Clytie, who... Clytie's a weird one in Fate, because she's actually... Clytie was definitely Achilles' aunt. I don't remember if that was a different family set or not. I do not remember. Clytie's a weird one in Fate, because she's been merged to, Vincent van Gogh.
腹が減っ
ごゆっくり。
There's actually some really cool symbolic reasons they do that. Also, they make Van Gogh a slightly funny character. Because Starry Night was actually him seeing an eldritch entity in the night sky, and... Yeah, that same eldritch entity keeps trying to enter the world through Van Gogh as a servant. And Van Gogh kind of has this concept of, not staying alive, if that makes sense. So this outer entity just grafted him onto Clytie, who has the concept of never dying, because Clytie at the end of her tale turns into a sunflower and stays alive forever. Which also is a connection between the two, the sunflower depictions. They did that to make this insane, barely mentally functioning thing, so that they can try to come into the world, and it didn't end up working, because it usually doesn't, but...
ああ、それならうちで扱ったるや。ただ、
何かあったか？
実は品物を運んでいた荷車が轟で盗人に襲われたらしくてね。取り返そうにもあの辺りは物騒だし、次の資料を待ってもらうしか。
では、俺たちが2を取り戻そう。それでどうだ？
一点盗賊退治か。ま、それに不満は
Yeah, what would you do without a good fight, Saber?
厄介事を片付けねば物を得られぬ。
Why does it seem like there's always something stupid going on, stopping us from just doing basic errands?
あれかな？君は呪われているのか？
まさか。覚えはないな。
I think I'd remember if someone cursed me.
第一、セイバーと出会う前はこういった面倒はほとん
If
どなかった。
anything, it's you causing this shit.
ふーん。そういう いう風に言ってしまうのだな、いおり。
いや、タイはない。轟へ向かうぞ。
ふん。
Geese Saber.
さて、盗っ人のねぐらはと。
先ほどの商人は洞窟の方だと言ったな。
あれは
Oh? Say something, Saber?
見ろ、いおり。この草、毛竜ではないか？
Oh, hi.
いや、毛竜ではない。これは
It's
また
funny,
別の花
reference to the
だ。
previous Circe quest, or previous.
そうか。白い花、黒いね。
確かにそうだが、匂いが違う。断言できてしま
Oh
う
my
のは
God.
恐ろしいな。
Iori was turned into a pig and had to sniff out all the molly plants. So of course he can still tell the difference.
Kudanの洞窟か。
Old cave.
おいてめえら、何の用だ。
アキンドの荷を取り戻しに来た。痛い目を見たくなければ解く返すがよい。
They were doing a no that's wrong to Iori. Other way around, but
若造どもが言いやがる。
それは違うぞ。
ナマスにしてやるよ。
油断したな。
I'll take everything you. Where'd he go? Why are we all getting cut up?
押し切る。水の型で。押し切る。澄み渡る天のごとく。
燃えていろ。
終わりだ。決める。ここだ。
Oh, yeah, you can just do this, by the way. Just stand there, hand on the scabbard, and bing, 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 bing. Literally spamming the
洞窟の中は一通り調べた
the
が
kid move you do, where you spam doing that and act like you're doing slashes that fast, except he actually is.
おい、奪った荷をどこへやった？
寺だ。この近くの寺に全部置いてきた。
寺？
近くの寺で宴を開いてたんだ。上等な食い物が山ほど手に入ったからな。けど途中で化け物が出てきてよ。仏様の罰が当たっちまったんだ。
で、取るものもとりあえず逃げ出して。
When you on fraud watch, you were committing credit card fraud.
賊というのは
Well, I mean, yeah, they caught you. You were caught lacking. That means you go on fraud watch.
寺
You gotta do it without getting
この
caught.
近くにあるのは
轟不動尊だろうな。行ってみよう。
You can look in the cave a little bit. Nothing, something. Ooh, up to 600 met. Sure watching for it, but they'll never catch me. That's right, you gotta get away with it. Everyone gets caught lacking at least once, but... Yeah, you just gotta keep to it. You gotta keep working. They'll never truly have ya. Jade bead. Oh, great, a lantern.
こいつか。くだ。
何取るに足らぬ。
セイバー。
Let's just blaze this deluge.
切れまい。奴は大技を放つぞ。見切れまい。弱いな。
The interesting about Void Stance is it's weirdly a ranged stance. Like, kind of the only one other than... I guess Wind Stance is a bit ranged. Raindrops falling on your head.
Saber. これはどうだ。見えた。
Nah, none of that. Oh, just fall over. That's great.
よりこれは
Pickled Sakura and Azuki beans.
ああ、間違いない。他の食材も無事のようだ。
では水道橋に戻るぞ。待っているがいい。飽きんのよ。
Yeah, they let you switch. They let you skip doing it in the Suidobashi because they're like, ah, we brought it, and then you leave.
働いた甲斐がある。よし。キルケの元へ届けよう。
Yeah, you bring back all the stolen stuff, and you just want to take like 2 things as your reward. It's like, yeah, sure. Like those things you were coming to me to buy anyway. I think I profit enough off your goodwill. You can have those, sure.
これが言われた食材だ。
お使いご苦労だったね。
Pickled Sakura.
それじゃあちょっと料理してくる。期待して待っててくれよ。
Where does she go to cook?
セイバー。
You go to one of the still burning pyres?
私は食わんぞ。畜生になったイオリを元に戻すものが必要だ。
なるほど。一人で食えと。
やあやあ、待たせてしまったね。
Piglet Sakura Mochi.
これは。
この私が腕によりをかけて作ったお菓子さ。一口食べれば頬が落ち、二口食べれば勢力絶倫。とはいえ妙な魔術は仕込んでないからな。少なくとも食べたところで豚にはならない。この国風に作ってみたからきっと君の口にも合う。
ふむふむ。包みの中身は菓子か。
Saber, are you already eating
も
one?
またよしだ。
食わないと言っていたような。
Yeah.
感謝するキルケ。しかと受け取った。何か返すものがあればいいのだが、うちの長屋には大
Nothing
したもの
special in
は
our
ないな。
house.
いやある。ほら米があるだろう。
それはそうだが、さすがに。
We can't give someone rice as a present.
米はうまいぞ。そしてカヤのおみおつけがよく合う。ああ、キルケ。カヤというのはイオリの妹だ。
Circe would know about sisters. She has a fuckload of them.
どうしたキルケ。
ああ、いや別に何でもない。ほら時間がないんだろ君たち。行くならさっさと行ってしまえよ。
何なのだ。
セイバー、落ち着け。時が惜しいのは確かだ。今は先を急ごう。
Let's get a move on.
食事か。
Great Witch's Devotion complete.
やったな。
Did find another mounting. 2 more. Do another thing to turn in at Akasaka. First lantern
感
suppressed.
服しました。それでは。
Yubadoo. Oh yeah, Yui Shosetsu's staying in our house for right now.
やるか。
Perishability. HP bonus gained from minor spirit fonts. That'd be nice. Perfect connection. I need a mastery orb, which actually could go do without too much trouble. Let's pick that up first. Perishability 2. Just the same thing, but better.
始めよ
Just pick apart some stuff. This just has way better skills on it, so I think it's way worth the -5 magic attack. Enemies exceeding inventory space been sold. Acquired 1,000. Works for me. That was gems. What was I missing? Yeah, I need to use a little more Katon so I can get this. I don't need to get this, but if I want to get perfect incineration eventually. Which I also don't need that much. Perfect opening is what I want to work for, but it's so hard to get your magic attack to 700. Basically everything's above that. Haven't done all her digressions just yet. Haven't used all of her affinity techniques. Or I haven't used her affinity techniques enough. Defeated monsters with her enough either. So very pricey. Yeah, you actually have to use characters to upgrade them. Who'da thunk? No new ones. Get more mastery orbs after 3 more wins here. 2 more wins here. Suppose at this point I could just go over and do another Kane command. Should be at least 1 more character I have unlocked here. Or 1 more story. Yes, we've seen this plenty. Kane command story doesn't change much, there's just slight differences between who you play as. Oh, really? Specific team, I guess they mean with this team, then. And I can't leave. They really don't let you leave from this, huh? That's actually really bad design. I genuinely can't believe they did that. Like, if you're actually not sure if a new character was unlocked or not, you still have to play again.
Yeah.
Ibuki Doji, multi-armed snake lady. Love her.
よし
Let's see, is there an autosave anywhere? Nope, right here. They also autosave as soon as you get in. God, that's dumb. Yep. I'm several levels higher than the last time I was here. I better be, just wiping the floor with these assholes. Also, giving me that thing. Slash, slash, slash.
この力必ず生かそうゆい
Yep. This here, I can just... Oh yeah, Sakuramochi is actually ginormous friggin' skill points. Forgot about that. Skip, skip.
どこにでも湧いてくるせっかくなら犬猫に来てほしいものだ
まあそうだな空の型だ
Out of it. All right. How did that not count as an interrupt? Bullshit. Boom. I do still love Void Stance for the flavor. The idea of, yeah, you're just hitting them that hard. Just use a little meter, why not?
災難だと思うほかないな。片付けるぞ。よし、切る。
You really can't just actually do the you're already dead thing.
澄み渡る天のごとく。頼む。
Water spout!
我らが刃突き立てる
Itsy bitsy spider attack. Old reliable.
もらった。
Let's try Wind Stance.
火は熟した
頼む。
And Vortex.
我らが刃突き立てる
受けてみろ。押し切る。
避けるなよ
空の糧だ。
Let's empower the void with setting things on fire.
気を見せたな畳みかけろ
捉えた。セイバー、あまり若旦那を焚きつけてくれるな。こっちだ。
Use ya.
そこだ
Human face puppets are hard to fight.
残念だったな
They're harder when
このありさまで
enemies explode for no reason.
残念だ
遅いな。
It's actually really hard to dodge in Void Stance just because of how locked in you are with the attacks.
大技が来る構えろ
もらった。風の糧。
Just chuck so many fireballs at him.
澄み渡る天のごとく。
And burn with the power of void. You just need to lock in harder. Possibly. Might help.
覚悟は良い
I
出
strike.
番だな我らが刃
I'll lock in right now. Yeah, I forgot I have this thing too.
すぐに行く
Raindrops falling on your head.
覚悟は良い分かった我らが
Whatever this attack is. Ah, yes, this again. My favorite ones are always the ones where it's Saber powering up Iori rather than the other way around. Those look the coolest to me.
遅いな。
すかさず追い打て
Iori is genuinely the kind of master who would thrive with a full support servant
覚悟は
who
良い
was just buffing him.
我らが刃
Gotoku? Say that again. And he still thrived with Saber, because a lot of his fire stance moves are actually based on Saber's movements. Nothing and nothing. How many masters have died and become servants, and how do they feel about it? Generally speaking, that's very rare, because most of the time, masters are not themselves famous enough to be remembered in the human zeitgeist. Because the majority of people who, you know, are masters are people who live in semi-modern times. But the handful of former masters who wind up becoming servants, they're... well... Thinking about it, a lot of them usually end up as what's called pseudo-servants, where they're kind of the vessel for another spirit, and they're kind of merged with them. It's very, very few who are, like, still fully themselves. Generally, they seem to enjoy it.
また門弟か。
Because most people who summon a servant end up getting some kind of connection with them, and in the process, gain some kind of awe for heroic spirits.
連
Keep my health topped off. Thinking about it, Hero, actually, rare instance, Shiro from the original game, the servant of him is also the archer of that game. He did some timey-wimey bullshit to be able to be summoned during his own lifetime. And he actually fucking hates being a servant and is trying to kill himself in the past so he won't become one. So, the one thing about that is he's not a normal servant. He's not someone who is impressed upon history because he was so spectacular. He's what's called a counter-guardian. He's someone who basically made a deal with, like, with the planet's very defense force to be like, hey, if you will give me power in my life, then after my death, I'm your mercenary. And then he was, as a counter-guardian, a mercenary, constantly going to the worst eras of humanity and just having to kill people and kill people and kill people, and that destroyed him.
支度は整ったか
Because counter-guardians also don't get full mind resets whenever they're resummoned. They stay the same person.
挑んだところで結果は変わらぬ
Yeah, Void Stance against Ryder is a bad idea.
いや変えてみせるとも
Ah. Ow.
手を貸せ
Simply because keeping your health high against Ryder ain't an option. Not getting mind wiped is a bad thing. Well, mind wipe also isn't the full word. Like, it's more like every time you're summoned, it's a completely different individual. Because they do make it a point that, like, servants are not that original person. They are an imprint of them.
火の型
いつでもよい呼べ
Ooh. And if you experience truly traumatic shit, you might not want to hang on to it next time you're summoned. But Counter Guardians, because the information is useful, they do keep it. And a handful of specific other servants will keep their stuff for one reason or another.
空の型
Here we go.
見えた
Unpaid overtime of the servant world? Yeah, kinda.
合図をくれよりなんと不甲斐ないどうしたライダー貴様の刃はそんなものかここだいつでもよいぞより
There are a few Counter Guardians. Very few of them are happy with the deal. The only one I can think of who doesn't seem to mind it at all is Ryoma Sakamoto. The guy Kiryu was who wasn't Musashi. The other guy who was Kiryu.
いつでもよい任せろぜ
Like, he's not too bothered by it, because he just gets to hang out with his wife, who's a weird snake god. Other people, like Kiritsugu, and also one version of Okita Soji, the guy who wasn't Hajime Saito. Yes, that one. He's a counter guardian for the simple fact that he historically was not really much of a fighter. Okay, let's just do this. Hajime Saito is a normal servant, and so is actually normal Okita Soji. But Counter Guardian Okita Soji doesn't have tuberculosis. Okita Soji? Yeah, the one Majima was in that game. A person who actually in real life was theorized to possibly be a woman because they had such a pretty girlish face. Soji was no, Soji was a fighter. I'm talking about Ryoma. Ryoma was not much of a fighter. Soji was absolutely a fighter. But Counter Guardian Soji is one where, as a child, a deal was made to save them from their very poor health, and in exchange they became a Counter Guardian. It's just, even if they're not saved from poor health, they still become impressive enough to be a servant anyway. They're a weird, and Soji is such a weird individual in that case. No, I know. Okita Soji was one of the best in the Shinsengumi. Sometimes argued to be the best. Ryoma was a decent fighter, he was a samurai. Yeah, but there's not like any real legends about his fighting, you know? And like, as a servant, most of his power does just come from his wife Oryu, who they decided to just make this up whole cloth for her. She's this weird snake deity. She's actually the daughter of a snake deity who he pulled a spear out of her head to let her out. Oreo. Yeah. Most of the Shinsengumi are actually servants by now, just because almost every year they add a new one. Including the guy who is probably responsible for how mythological they are. One of the few people who lived long enough to tell the story. He might have exaggerated in his old age for fun. Warlock whose patron is their wife. He's called Columbo. Like, I've told this story before. Columbo is like... Her name was just Rio, by the way. Huh. Fair enough. I don't think I need any more of either of these. I just save this money for next time I do a servant. I have healing for them. The O prefix was a trend. The respectful thing to put on a woman's name. Ah. Often just translate as part of the character's name for women who come from the era that was done. I mean, fair enough, you know. Oh, we're gonna clash, Archer? Ooh, single search. Pichu's made a weird snake lady because the picture we have of her in her old age kind of looks like a snake woman. The thing is, she's not just a snake, she's like a snake who is an infant dragon. She's like that kind of snake. He also has a great affinity for frogs. As in, she really likes eating them. She's mainly a gag character, to be completely real with you. Fuck, I hate that move. Fuck! Oh, it's off, dude. The name means dragon. That's probably where it comes from. Yeah, let's... Whenever a historical figure has almost no info about them or mythological, they'll just make shit up for fun. I think the biggest example of that is Scott Hawk, who was Huhulan's teacher in spearmanship and everything. But they decided, what if she's just everything he can do, but better? And also she's immortal because she's from a land no one's ever heard of or some shit. Who cares? And she is generally a really fun character, but she's basically just made up. And that is, I have mentioned, that is supposed to be an aspect of the Natsu versus magic system. The less people understand something, like the fewer people who know about something, the stronger that thing is. So they really do have a blank slate with anyone who's lesser known but gets in anyway to just be as strong as they want. Fuck him up, Saber. Get us full meter. He's gonna keep doing this. Nah, none of that. I decided you're both taking damage instead. Hey, you know, I can form change to Saber, I should. Hey, you keep doing that, Shuyu. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Fucker. Hello with Amber. Fucker! How long does that attack last? This is the thing about all of Archer's attacks. They last a billion years and you can't really interrupt them. I can do this at least.
りはいずれ返す。
残念だったな。いつでも良いぞ。より愉快。
Ah, you ain't leaving. You trying to run away? You ain't. No, you ain't leaving. You staying right there and dying.
もらった決める燃え盛る炎のごとく
いつでも良い。
Fuck me.
呼べ。
Jesus!
決める
Fuck me! Stop spamming that shit!
いつでも良いぞ。より
Here we have the attack that never stops, and I do it every time I stop doing it. Alright, victory. Yeah. Remember... I seem to remember for Saber Team it just gets easier the longer it goes on, because weirdly enough, the enemies are less troublesome. Like, we already dealt with Ryder, who sucks the most, and now we've dealt with Archer, who sucks almost as much.
ごゆっくり。またのお越しを。ごゆっくり。毎度あり、受けたまった。
And I guess I can buy these, why not? Still got tons of miso rice.
支度は頑張れよ。
Ready as I'll ever be. Forget who I fight next. Ah, yeah. Assassin and Dorothea.
相手はアサシン何をしてくるかわからん
Ah, here we go. Flash time.
もらった
逃げも隠れもしないわよ。あなたたちの力正面から測ってあげる。
来いてい
てい切れまい。合図をくれ。
Get and die.
こっちだ
すぐに行く。切れまい。
Yeah, Yuri's already cutting him up. Yeah, game, I'd like to go over there and fight, please. There is such thing as too much slow-mo, loath as I am to admit that. Oh.
残念だったな。
見えた
活目せよ。
力を借りる
Asthma.
我らが刃突き立てる。
Yeah, yeah, now's the part where he just gets a power up in the middle of the fight.
お前の剣ならば
今群れなすようじゃ一切敵ではない。どうせもない。これで満足。私の歩みは
Near 1600 when science is still not fully there. This amount of magic from someone without a magic crest might be possible. I'm thinking the lore here, and it's like, as time goes on and more things are known, magic just starts getting weaker in general. To the point that in the modern day, just throwing key blasts really ain't shit you can do.
こちらへ。
押し切る。見えている。
いつでも良いぞ。より私の歩みは止まらないわ。
右が白道。
いつでも良い。
It's me! Now you gotta get your ass kicked.
本当に厄介なサーバント。
Water spout. Yeah, Void Stance and a few more levels makes this go so much faster.
遅いな。
より
By the way, yes, Iori is actually just moving that fast. There is no indication that there's any sort of trickery. He's just actually leaving after images now.
その剣振るってくれるんだ。
Would you believe there's one more huge upgrade he gets after this? That genuinely puts him on par with some servants.
その輝き世に捧げよ。いつでも良いぞ。より覚悟は良いか。
力を借りる。
分かった。我らが刃突き立てる。
右が白道。
Yeah, I don't know what that move was gonna be, but I'm hitting you instead.
もらった。 右が白道。
We're interrupting this one. Wow, that lasts forever. Yeah, when all that's going on, Iori is still physically right in front of them and weak to getting hit. Make time for the other fight. Let's do a deluge.
とくとその目に焼き付けよ。
Lap them all. Didn't know that would hit me.
隙を見せたんだ。畳みかけろ。刮目せよ。
Asthma does not control me. I don't even have an inhaler anymore.
吹きすさぶ嵐のごとく。
覚悟は良いか。
頼む。
Waterfall.
我らが刃突き立てる。
Saber's also just spamming this stuff a lot more, which is great. Oh yeah, if you're in wind stance, it's a stab instead of the slash. That's interesting. Ah yes, the big ol' snake god we fought. Let's deal with that again, why not?
よりここは私が。
俺もやる。お前にばかり任せては炎にならん。
言うではないか。ならば行くぞ。より刮目せよ。
Saber. Okay, last possible second before Saber got hit.
突き立てる。
澄み渡る天のごとく。
Okay, that hit me somehow.
いつでもよい。呼べ。
こっちだ。
待っていろ。と
Got meter? Hell, we've even got an MP up.
次起動
Noble Phantasm, go!
我が前に立ちはだかる全
Eight
て
current raging storm.
渾身
This is the anti-snake god technique.
怒涛うむ
Forget what this is actually classified as. Is it anti-army or anti-fortress? I don't remember.
そこだ
I think it's anti-fortress because it's a technique meant to disable an especially durable target. There's actually a very rare typing for them. Ah.
いつでも良いぞより
That somehow didn't hit me.
油断したな
風の方
合図をくれより弱いな
Okay, that got me.
いつでも良いぞより
見えた空の方だ
Burn from my swords.
身が白道
隙を見せたな畳みかけろ
Damn it. Tried to dodge through it, but it didn't work.
身が白道
Let's just fall up with another one of these to kill it.
もらった
There we go. Yeah, once you're at, like, crowd hype 120, you really can't just spam your shit. Do...
毎度あり受けたまった
Yes, I can buy some of these, why not?
またのお越しを支度
As I'll ever be, Usher.
よーし
Alright, Gilgamesh and an actual god together at the same time. That's... It's not as if fighting just one of these as a normal living human and a servant isn't already bullshit enough.
人生何が起きるかわからんものだ
いつでも良い呼べ
Number of things that can fight either of these psychopaths is, it's a small number. I think Hercules summoned as an archer can give them both the business. But that's about it. Maybe one of the Riders of the Apocalypse. Those freaks of nature.
いつでも良い呼べ
Even most gods can't actually do the shit these two are doing, because they're just especially nonsense. It is worth noting, Gilgamesh needed the help of the Angel of Death to fight Tiamat, who is also a servant.
身が白道
Lost at sea.
我らが
None of that shit matters.
聞かせる 行くぞ残念だったな
And meet her back. immediately. But I'm also at my own full meter. I've used a lot of gems here. I should probably stick to the actual healing items at this point. Nah, none of that. Hit him during his thing, he'll only do the better, scarier version of the Gate of Babylon. Oh, she got broken. I didn't even notice. And let's just get a little more MP gauge by doing this, I think. It almost kind of worked. Alright, forgot he can do that. In my experience, I have found that going for Gilgamesh first does usually work. It's more that your partner can better handle and slow down Ibuki than they can slow down Gilgamesh. Okay, I'm suddenly unable to fight. Like, suddenly I'm not able to air recovery anymore. Just the ability lost to me. Right, forgot he starts doing that at lower health. So you actually can't be hitting him during that. Vortex Slash. Very rare he does an attack that can be reposted, so take advantage of the ones you can. The thing is, Ibuki has fewer ranged attacks, but unfortunately Saber isn't focusing on the one I need them to focus on. Instead keeps spamming this right between the two of them. It's useful when I can hit both of them with it, sure, but a lot of the time I'm just getting hit by shit. No. Stop doing that. Boss down. I don't know how any of that hit me. I was not standing in it, but sure, why not? Right, get your meter back. Sure, why not? Told your barber to cut a little off the top. He gave you the Heihachi Mishima. That's more than a little. I think you need to get your money back. Or your hair back. Whichever one you can manage, honestly.
すかさずお湯で避けるなよ。
There we go. Interrupted all sorts of deadly nonsense. Alright, and we could skip. If you skip all the dialogue in this, it's actually not that long. And I do still get to keep the stuff from it, at least. Terminus Saber Team. And I got all those mummified mermaids and the money and a cluster. Might be the best way to farm clusters, actually, just doing that over and over. If you really wanted to farm skill points, you could. You don't need to, but you can. Perform various upgrades in the workshop. I can perform at least one. Could enhance my gear a lot with all these things I have. Wait till you at least have diamond rarity. Wait for stuff with really good abilities on it, like anything that will buff up your thing. Mastery Orb. That various. It meant you could upgrade your mountings a little. As for refund, he said, well, one of those images is broken, so I'm actually not sure. So 8 and 10 are what I need for that. Other ones can turn into stuff. I gotta craft gems for some of this nonsense. Dogs wanna write down downright 1. Okay, the broken image is between the downright and the 1. So no idea what it was. I really just need more stats to get anything else. Could go to Yoshiwara. Could do the Yagyu Sword Chronicles, but I think I want to be at least level 50 before I try that. And she's running off. She is apparently a homunculus.
今は時が惜しい。高尾の元に急ごう。
I definitely didn't take a bunch of naps and do a bunch of side content without, you know, going to talk to Takao. Be crazy. We're definitely not stopping for food as well. Fill up on this to see if I can preempt workshop upgrade. Hello, various prostitutes in your various states of slavery.
昨日の夜は北からものすごい叫び声がしてな。びっくりして飛び起きちまったよ。
主様。
Ah, Yamabuki. How you
以
doing?
前は太夫の何があった？
高尾姉様がどこにおるかご存知でありんせんか？
You don't know?
高尾はここにいないのか？
That's not good.
今朝方から用心棒のお侍様ともども。
Okay, her bodyguard not being here means they're probably together, which is good.
姉様に何かあったらと思うとあちきは。
落ち着け。俺たちも探してみよう。何か分かったらすぐ知らせる。すまないが、しばしの間待っていてくれないか。
主様、よろしゅうお願いいたしんす。
なんだ？土帝が何かよこしてきたか？
Only one way to find
す
out.
いません。
That jackass.
セイバー。山吹殿はここを動かぬよう。
We just send in monsters into the pleasure district. How's everyone gonna buy prostitutes now? The place is ruined by giant, ugly monsters. At least make them giant, sexy monsters. These are just large bats. They barely qualify as monsters at all.
なんだか様子がおかしいな。気をつけろよ、より。
Fuckers.
いつでもよい。呼べ。避けるなよ。
Fuckers.
水の壁。
いつでもよいぞ。より。
Yeah, there's so many monsters here. Oh great, a cursed lantern.
より。
I hate you so much, I'm hitting you with this right now.
あれをやるぞ。
よかろ。
Yeah, Blazing Deluge, hit you with this shit as well. Here, take the DLC attack. Hit them with a Bankai. If anyone could figure out a bullshit magic system that they're not part of, just randomly, I bet it would be one of the Miyamoto clan. These freaks in nature. Musashi was a freak. Iori's not related to her by any sort of blood, but by God is he the same sort of freak when he starts actually trying.
礼はいらないぞ。君はどこか安全なところへ。
That kinda is the core of his character. He really is the same kind of freak of nature as Musashi, but he's just outside of the time where that was necessary.
あの
So, normally he'll never actually reach that level of perfection, but
どうした
here's a world where he kinda can.
私の友人たちをどうか助けてもらえませんか。もののけに襲われてはぐれて、もしかしたら二人とも襲われているかも。
だそうだな、いおり。
無論受けたまわろう。なぜ分かっていて尋ねたセイバー。
Wait, why do you ask such stupid questions,
どうだ
Saber?
かな。
I wonder.
ありがとうございます。あの子たちはそれぞれ王子と北の方へ走っていったと思います。どうか二人のことよろしくお願いいたします。
Just a sec, let me... Wriggling tongue. It's just lying around? Yeah. It's funny, the second the two servants that were here disappear, suddenly all the monsters want to be here. It's almost like they were trying to the whole time and something was stopping them. Two genuinely terrifying somethings.
おお、いたいた。下がっていろ。我らがほふる。行くぞ。
Here we go.
天地自然にあふるる
The second I turn on a light.
ここに集いて刃となす。絶技。発揮。怒涛。
A current raging storm. Chop chop, blue Oni suppression. That's our first blue Oni.
怪我はないか。
ああ、あんたたちのおかげでね。しかし江戸は一体どうしちまったんだい。
I don't know, man. Some bullshit.
今日の化け物といい、昨日の大男といい、
Giants the day
恐
before.
ろしいことばっかりで嫌になるよ。
大男というのは。
あんた知らないのかい？
Berserker. Rogue
吉原を
Berserker.
出てった大男のこと。
I do like how they try to avoid confusion among the player by usually, like, of a rogue and normal pair, the player is bound to know at least one of their names playing this game. Because most of the rogues are, like, most of the rogues are from Grand Order, so you'll know their names. They did toy around for a minute in Grand Order with having characters whose names aren't automatically released, but it was just annoying, and they wanted to do it to do like a, oh, who's this character when you're fighting them in the story, but it never really, it was never worth it. It was just kind of annoying, and they also had to record extra lines for them for before they're released.
身の丈八尺を優に超える男が雄たけびを上げながら走り去ってってさ。おかげで昨日はろくに寝つけやしなかったよ。ああ、やだやだ。
なるほど。
ほんと、あんたらも気をつけなよ。それじゃあね。
恐ろしい大男か。夜中であったからだろうか。昼日中に見たならば、あれは見とれるほどの異常符だというのに。
ああ、大男。きっとはぐれのバーサーカーだな。
Yeah, like 8 feet tall, it's a short
正
list.
気を取り戻して吉原へ戻ってきたと武蔵は言っていたが、そうではなかったのか。あるいは土御門に泳がされたか。
九段の術の支配下にあるならば放ってはおけない。あれは強力なサーバントだ。行方を探らねばならん。きっと太夫や師匠も追っているだろう。急げば合流できるか。
しかしまずは2人目を助けねばだぞ。
そうだな。
Hey, looks like there's no Nope, there's the monster. Ah, hey, Sukenoshin doing something.
何言ってんで俺は江戸の同心だぜ
Bullshit, I am a cop.
町のみんなを見殺しにするくれえなら腹かっさばいて死んでやら
He hangs around the prostitutes a lot, sure. And, you know, he's not that great a fighter, but it is cool to, like, when the chips are down, it's like, no. This is my responsibility. I'm a constable. I am supposed to be protecting you. So get the hell out of here while I die to this giant monster.
スケノシンか
おいおりさんちょうどいいところに
Oh, thank God, someone who can fight.
頼む手を貸しちゃくれねえかあの化け物まるで刀が通じやし
Yeah,
ね
no,
え
reasonable. You ain't got no magic, but Iori does.
では共にやるか
おお助かったぜそんじゃ
Realistically,
あとは頼んだ
Iori, you
ぞ
just be worrying about him. He's not... He doesn't have any magic. He can't do shit to fight this.
まあいない方が戦いやすいぞ。
Realistically, that is the best thing for Sukenoshin to do. Alright, forgot that's her lowest tier ability. Lowest cost, I suppose. Owie.
とびきりのまじないを頼むぞキル
この私を頼りにしてくれよよいしょかかれ終わりさ魔力解放
Magic laser! Painted banquet. Poison their asses. Now back. Waterfall. What goes up must come down. One-eyed Oni suppressed. Soul Eater suppressed as well. But that one's actually done. But yay, freedom.
ありがとう助かったわ
本当に助かったよいおりさんあんたは命の恩人だ
Oh, you.
見回り中に化け物に出くわした時は俺もここまでかと覚悟したがいやー案外なんとかなるもんだな
九死に一生というやつだな。
That thing would have 100% murdered you, Sukenoshin.
しかし吉原まで見回りとは珍しいいつも億劫がっていたろ
ああそりゃああれだよ最近あちこち物騒だからよ少なくともここいらあたりはよ同心の俺が一丁気張って守らねえと
なんだこれは書か
Find something, Saber?
おいバカ
吉原再建かずいぶん気張った見
The
回りだな
Visitor's Guide. Doing all you can, eh?
だろう男助の神一世一代の大勝負のつもりでだな
ま吉原の夜には火遊びが増える
Oh.
年に見回って
Ah,
ほ
the
しいもの
snide. It'd be terribly perilous at night. I'm sure you can tackle it single-handed.
気にするなさあ行くぞ
Ignore him, let's leave.
はぐれのバーサーカーを追うぞ。
ああだがまず山吹殿に知らせておこう
そうでありんすか。姉様はお侍様と吉原の外へ。
Most likely.
ああ、まず間違いない。
ありがとうござりんす、主様。それが分かって少しほっとしんした。
俺たちは太夫たちを追う。不安だろうがこらえてくれ。
はい、心待ちにしておりんす。姉様のことよろしゅうお願いいたしんすよ。
さーて、バーサーカーを追うぞ、より。問題は奴の行方だな。
ある程度当たりをつける他にない。バーサーカーが操られているとして、
Yeah, I mean, we have no leads on where this guy
彼
went.
をどのように使う。
あれだけの強靭な体育と力だ。不落の砦として手元に置きたがるかもだ。
まあ俺でもそう考える。つまり
こたびの術者は土御門。奴の居所は寛永寺だったか。
そうだ、土御門は寛永寺にあるとは小説の言だった。
はい、わかった。では迷わず赴くぞ。いざ寛永寺。
But we did also hear from Circe that Kaneji is probably where this is going down.
小説様、浅草より戻られて早々ゆえ、お体に触りあらば。
大事ない用向きは。
は、吉原の石膏より宮本よりが上野へ向かったと知らせがありました。
そうか。
小説先生、
貴殿らか。すまぬが今軍学を講ずるいとまは。
小説先生、ご無事ですか。昨べ辻斬りに襲われたとのこと。先生の恩義に大事あらば。
Technically, she was attacked by that. Yeah, it was Ryder who did it.
辻斬り。ああ、まみえた。
No, I don't think Ryder was. No, that was Rogue Saber who did that. The quote-unquote Tsujigiri, but they can pin it on him, whatever.
そうでしたか。それは何より。
どうした。
よかった。本当によかった。先生がご無事で。
You kind of matter a lot to these ruffians and ne'er-do-wells.
バッケロ。だからみっともねえ。小説先生の前だろうが。
よもやさほどに案じられようとは。
Yeah, bright light.
主、恐れながら、あなたは何故、ああいった溢れ物を抱えているのです。
門弟のことか。
はい。あれらにかまっていかがされるのか。ホムラに自ら集うがごとき。
That's one way to describe them.
あなたにとっては無意味、無益。
口を慎めライダー。彼らを阻止することは許さぬ。彼らもまた不条理にあえぐ婿なれば捨て置くことなどできようか。我が願い、貴高騰と笑いたくば笑えばよい。だが義の間のみとはいえど、私は貴殿の主。是が非でも我が刃として働いてもらう。ライダー、貴殿の力あらば我が高騰はうつつとなろう。霊樹の一角でも二角でも望みとあらば捧げるが、いかがだろうか。
清らかなる我が主。
Ah. Something Ryder would truly take notice of, yeah.
あなたを笑いましょうよ。すでに我が身は限界の折に心よりの叫びを聞いた。唯小説、あなたは正しい。
Ryder is an interesting one.
私は誓いましょう。この魂。
Yeah, and it's a character I clocked who this really is pretty fast, but...
すべて ために捧げるの。
ならば我が策にてその覚悟を問う。構うまいな。
無論。
ライダー、貴殿は
Honestly, the weird floating shoulder pads did tip me off a fair bit.
ライダー、かの日の誓い、今も。
I know about connecting to things. Which, we finally get to do this again. Connect to the ley line. Magic attack up. Of course, there's a bounded field there, too. We're not better at magic than them, so just steal all the power in the world and fucking smash it over the head. We're doing the sledgehammer approach, because God knows you're not a scalper, boy. No casters had to leave your party. Split up for a sec. Meet here so we can still get this.
あの幼子が舐めているのは若旦那が作っていたあれではないか？
あれは飴細工というバビロニアの他でも手に入るものだ。
Sugar sculptures, yeah.
水飴をこねて様々な形にして、昔のカヤは猫が好きで猫の形が欲しいとよくねだられたな。
いいなそれは。あの子の持ってるのは魚の形かな？
What the? Oh right, forgot about this.
魔力の流れが変わった。
This is just shit they do now.
バカだ。いかに土味角といえ
Just
ど
twist the ley lines around.
まあまあ、早計はやめよう、おじいさん。慎重に歩を進める時だ。
Paper, you actually go over there. You're just changing this shit every single turn, huh? Have some fights here. Doing this alone will be annoying, but feasible. Like so. Is it over? Saber, would you kindly kill them all? Okay, Saber got the more time-consuming ones, that's better. Spirit of Heroism. Fun name for doing stuff as a heroic spirit. Gun skis. Wrong opponent, jackasses. Artane.
上野より南の方から漂ってきておるが、
動く気配はないな。敵か、罠か。
術か。なんとも見た。
Enemy, ally, a spell?
でよ。
Big stampede! Piggy, 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 piggy! Dig out. And just barely hit the time limit on that. I'm cool.
2点の道未だ半ば
Dane Darting Dragon. Maybe I should use that. Drop another Earth Arts, who cares? Windows open. Dragon, dragon, dart the dragon. Alright, what's over here? Oh, it's Circe.
待っていたよ、ピグレット候補たち。
貴殿だったか、はぐれのキャスター。何故ここに？
君たちが困っていると思ってね。この私自ら。
I don't think she shows up if you didn't do her digressions, or at least one of them.
確かに霊脈の様子が妙で苦労している。
People are fucking with the ley lines. Can you do anything about that?
ああ、この一帯に大掛かりな魔術が仕掛けられている。人の認識を歪めるものだ。存在しない。
Oh, non-existent spirit fonts and illusory ley lines.
ああ、なるほど。現実、芸術の類か。
In literally illusion magic, yeah.
ここへ来るまで私が誰かわからなかったろ。そういうことさ。だが安心してくれたまえよ。この大魔女にかかればこの程度。
これが本来の霊脈ということか。
Ah,
完全に
lost
惑わされ
tons
る
of our
ようだ
thing here.
感心しておる場合かいより。我らのリーチ力。
Yeah, jack shit to keep us from dying.
さて、悪いけど力を貸してやれるのはここまでだ。はぐれの実はいろいろと不便でね。
いや、十分だ。恩に切る。
Thanks for the assist, caster. Our spell is... How could they possibly? That bastard figured out we were doing shit.
肝心の術は破ったんだ。
あ、
Breakthrough. Insufficient telluric energy. Yeah, I noticed.
セイバー。
あ、
Bit better now. Go here, Saber. Trust me on this. Dead. Not done though. Oh, this is so much worse. 8 fight Nizuna. At least I'm suppressing the fox spirits. Cool. Great range on that.
とびきりのまじないを頼むぞ。
Thunderbolts and lightning. They're very, very frightening, you bastard. Eat shit and die. Okay, even got the time bonus. Which... And can report all the fox spirits being dead.
Yoizo?
Ah, nah. You go there. Actually, we can just go here and get it all. Just cut off all their access. One thing I don't like about this whole illusory spirit font thing is you lose a shitload of spirit fonts you definitely picked up yourself. Ah, Saber can get stuff. Affinity techniques get more power. That's good. Yeah, Circe can afford something. Yeah, heavy attack up 4, heavy attack up 3. Both great. Power up her affinity techniques. We also got some new mountings. Smash Shell is good, but I don't like losing that much attack. They're all lower rarity. The same rarity, but terrible stats.
Kono mon. 術で封が施されておる。土見方の仕業と見て間違いないじゃろう。
切って進みたいが、オーグは抜けん。ここは他の道を探そう。
I'd break the door down, but I might break down the entire city in the process, so let's try something else. Ah, we finally get to do this again. They made this movement thing and then basically no chances to use it.
池の向こう側まで渡ってみるか。
おお、渡りに船とはこのことじゃのう。ん？ダメじゃより。この船、竿がないぞ。
You remember Saber has the power of moving water with their mind, right?
落ち込むのはまだ早いぞ、おじいさん。
その顔、何か策があるようじゃな。
さあ、乗った乗った。あちら側までひとっ飛びで届けてやろう。
ひとっ飛びときたか。
One stroke? Embark!
行くぞ。
おっと。
Just points and off the boat goes. One in body and soul. Following Link Strike, Shipwreck. Yeah, it is just an upgraded version of Saber's Heavy one. How much is it? Is it 2 cost? It's kind of cool, but I don't need it that much.
なんとも爽快じゃったの。
How refreshing.
そうだろうとも。そうだな。またいつでも飛ばしてやろう。
なかなかだった。だが。
We made it, but by God was that obvious. Yeah, of course we get attacked right away. Greased Lightning. I'm guessing because I want to fight immediately. It's way easier to get in New Game Plus when you have everything and you're fighting weaklings. Hop, hop. Daisy. Rune stars. Pretty good. Not good enough, honestly.
残らず切るとしよう。
ここだ。終わりだ。押し切る。ここだ。
You just spam the fuck out of that if you really want to.
残念だ。良い身のこなしだ。
空の型だ。
Learn Rakshasa.
合図をくれ。より
Believe the Rakshasa are some soldiers guarding a hell in Buddhism.
切れまい。
A hell, because I think there's more than one. Son of a bitch. Need to do more research on Buddhism, because I feel like I'm very woefully lacking in knowledge of it when it's very relevant to a lot of things I like.
押し切る。
いつでも良いぞ。より 覚悟は良いか。
来い。
There we go.
我らが刃突き立てる。
Full health Void Stance Iori melts them. It's not even fair at that point. Huge attack bonuses for being at full health. Speaking of, what am I missing here? Get any more boosts? Don't know. Do more battle recollections to get defense and golden glow. Golden glow's excessive. Don't know. Level up the workshop to get more shell gauge depletion. And get more magic attack, that'd also be great. Working on it, but again, it's like this shit I just can't get. There's items I just can't find at this point in the story.
Hmm.
どうするより。これではいつまで経っても寛永寺へ。
また会ったわね、宮本伊織。
Now?
まだこんなところにいたの？
Hello, Deus Ex Machina.
あの門がなかなかに厄介なのだ。砕いて通るわけにもいかん。
でしょうね。魔術師の本拠だもの。強固な工房として形作られているでしょう。一種の砦とでも思いなさい。
ではこれは砦攻めか。忠告痛み入る。ドロテア殿。アサシンは今。
How's the deal going on with that? And not a damn thing happened.
アサシンは奪われたまま。彼の魔力をたどっていたのだけど、どうやらあなたと私の目的地は
he's over here. That tracks actually, yeah.
ならばどうだろう。再び力を合わせるというのは。
いおり、いいのか？確か前は似たような流れで結構働かされたような。
あら、随分な言い草ね。単なる適材適所でしょうに。
よく口の回る。
今回は期待なさいな。
You can definitely trust me for real for sure.
この程度の攻防、ドロテア・コイエットの前には無意味であると教えてあげる。まあ、こんなものよね。
おお、娘よ。なかなかやりよる。では先に進むかの？
待って、
門の向こうにも敵の気配がある。ここは私の魔術で一掃して。
Yep, right.
おお、待ち伏せか。あっさり見抜くとは。
I'll sweep them away with a spell. Oh god.
いえ、あれよ、私が出るまでもなかったわ。ああ、やっぱり足が8本、目もたくさん。あれはあなたたちだけで片付
He
けな
does
さい。
not like spiders.
お
What's this about?
雲が苦手なのか？
You afraid of spiders?
何よ、私を見ていないであれをどうにかなさい。
いつでも良いぞ、より。
こっちだ。見えた。
Eat shit. Suppress the giant spiders. This is their first time spawning in, by the way. It's really funny. Like, appearance 1, scare the shit out of Koyette.
怪か。
私たちには気づいていないようね。少し待ちなさい。今術式を。
あれ式の敵にまじないなぞ、不要。見ていろ、より、ドロテア。
行っちゃった。
And off our hero
サー
goes.
バントの手綱を握れていないの？
馬というより空を舞う白鳥だ。
More of a great bird in flight than a horse. No reins would fit. You think it's possible to control that thing? You're naive.
セイバー。
待っては止まらないわ。
Actually, yeah. They actually added her fighting when you're not doing against the spiders. This is a new A. Slap, 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 slap. It's our first new A as well. Got some of their fur.
やはり本色は違うものだ。
Is this what you psychos have been doing this entire time? More or less, yes.
まるで及ばない。異国の術。ああ、なかなか大したもの。
あんなに褒めるなら、もう少しこちらの指示に従ってほしいわね。罠も何もすべて食い破っていくんだもの。私としては気が気ではないわ。
あれがセイバーだ。そうするだけの強さがある。
そのようね。アサシンも波の英霊ではないけれど、セイバーの剣、あれはなんというか破格ね。どうやってあんな英霊を引いたのか教えを請いたいくらいだわ。
Ow.
俺にもわからない。あとよく食う。
Not sure, but a servant with this much appetite's gonna make you go broke, girl.
何それ？ジパングのジョーク？
Again, I like the detail. She's the only one who is... You can actually hear her saying Chipangu. Because she's saying the Chinese pronunciation of the characters that make up Nihon. Because that's what foreigners would be calling it at that point. Technically, it's still what foreigners call it.
それくらいはするでしょ。神秘とは陰秘であり、人目につけるべきじゃない。陰陽道であっても、そこは変わらないはずよ。
You can't let ordinary people see mysterious shit, or else your mysterious shit stops working. Unfortunately, that started happening more once they figured out that's why it was happening. Because knowing how a thing works makes that thing weaker. Actually, maybe that made it less weak? Hard to say. Weird gray area.
無駄よ。
None of that.
止まらないわ。
None of that. All you stop charging up your attacks. None of this do shit. Die. Simply cease to be alive. Not that revenants and ghosts are alive. Shut up about that too. See you there, classic wall scroll. I'll sell you for food money. Or workshop money, more likely.
甘いわ。私の歩みは止まらないわ。
風の方。
いつでもよい。呼べ。無駄よ。
空の方。受けてみろ。
いつでもよいぞ。より。
Yeah. Climbed back up to completely full health, which gives a huge attack bonus in Void Stance, because it does. His weird Ultra Instinct, where you're moving completely automatically. That's what Void means. Zero thinking, just doing. If you get hurt, it suddenly becomes really difficult to do that perfectly. Which is also why you slow down the more you get hit here. Ow. Owie. Oh. Ah, bastard. Piggy attack. Piggy attack. And once their gate is broken, they just die immediately. That's how monsters work now. Love it. Love, love, love. Like it, love it, want some more of it. Arya. Which means someone else is also here. Yep, there's Lancer.
寛永寺は目と鼻の先だ。回り道や足踏みをしているいとまはないぞ。つまりは避けざる難敵だ。押し通るぞ。よりドロテア。
そうなんでしょうけれど。
That's one thing we could do, sure.
するのは利害の一からであって、あなたに命令される言われはないわ。
うるさい。特にあの僧兵には気をつけろ。死ぬぞ。
はあ。
Lancer will gut you the way he is.
どうかして。
あれは確かに難敵だ。どう戦ったものか。
思案することはないわよ。普段の通り、あなたたち二人で戦いなさい。申し合わせもなければ訓練もしていない。そんな三人で戦えて。
Yeah, it'd be a little tricky.
戦えない。付け焼き場はごめんよ。
Actually, probably the best option we'd have is if you just tried to disrupt Arya's casting, buffing up Lancer while we deal with Lancer.
まあ道理だ。
では姫の仰せの通り行くぞより。
Yep, buffed up Lancer.
とびきりのまじないを頼むぞキルケ。
覚悟はいいかい？この私を頼りにしてくれよ。ほい。魔力。
Circe's actually kind of bad at fighting other servants. Okay, yeah. Locked me into an animation Iori was already doing. That's fun. Okay. Whoop. Little thing. No, Charlie, it is nowhere near time for you to be eating. My cat's already mad. It's like an hour and a half before he's supposed to have anything, but he wants it now. Main drops. Okay, single surge. Oh, oh. Oh dear. Oh, she can multicast that. Ah, Rogue Saber. Well, he's not connected to the ley lines, like, at all. He's here as a counter guardian. I don't think he's literally a counter guardian, but he's here as one. Probably? Everyone's kind of being mind-controlled. We thought you might be too. I don't think Tsuchimikado knows about Rogue Saber. Guys, hold on. Let me just charge up my attack, please. Like, I really need to do this right now, guys. Wait, hold on. We're in the darkness. You just got your bar broken. That's complete and utter bullcrap. Alright, fine. Hachiman, God of War. Eat shit. Trying to deal with Rogue Lancer first game. I don't know why you keep insisting on making me aim at the other one. Like, one of them is at half health. I want to deal with him first, for fuck's sake. Also, this guy's cool, but he has, like, no healing items or abilities on him. We're in the darkness. I really am at the point in the game where Iori is kind of more useful than most of the servants you can play as. He's compulsory servant, like, versus Alright, that's real fucking cool. God of War. Dead. There, now this can be an actual fight where I can pay attention to what's going on. Little, at least. What's up, nerd? Say vintage. By the way, Assassin's Toolkit, it means he's really good at, like, being a boss, but he's actually absolute garbage to play as, and that's how he works in all of these games. Like, I don't know why. The playable version of him, the way they always make this character's mechanics, he is genuinely terrible to try to play as, but the way those abilities work always work really well as an enemy. It's just like, he always has mechanics that don't matter for a player to use, or aren't good for a player to use, but are very effective against the player. Is a meme for that? No, it's not this. It's not like, oh, the version you get being weaker. It's the exact same version. It's just that all of his mechanical abilities, fighting against those abilities, it's all stuff that only matters against a person who is thinking. He is a pure PvP build, which means if you play as him, he sucks, and fight against him, he's amazing.
Come on. 私は悪鬼を追うゆえ、これにて。
相変わらず気持ちの良いセイバーだな。よし。では、関エ寺へ。
Oh dear.
あれは
That's something we can't leave well enough alone.
あの様子、未だ操られているか。
あれは手強いぞ、より。アーチャーと君の死が手を組んでなお、引かせるだけにとどまった相手だ。さて、どう勝つか。
あれがはぐれのバサーカ
Yeah, someone here who might recognize him. Japanese Hulk smash? Oh no, this is not Japanese Hulk. This is ancient... I'm not sure what country he's from. So gonna get you canceled? Oh no, he's not Japanese. He's very explicitly not from Japan. Long-haired, bare-handed warrior. The boy.
師匠、太夫。
やあ、いおりくん。バーサーカー殿を追ってきたらまあ偶然。
Hey, how's it going?
こちらは関永寺へ向かう中途です。はぐれのバーサーカー。関永寺を守る砦かと。
We see from Dorothea's reaction she might recognize who this is, which, just like me, it's just a little guy. He kinda is, if you get into his actual story.
さて、いかに攻めたものかしら。そこのあんた、偉人のあんた。あんた、神名を知ってるんだろ。教えてくれないか。
Yeah, his true name's kind of necessary to do shit to him.
私はあの子を止めなきゃならないんだ。この通り。
頭を上げなさい。マスターでしょ、あなた。私はアサシンのマスタードロテアよ。いいわ、教えてあげる。
Last chance to guess who this guy is, for everyone who doesn't know.
私の予感が正しければ、複数陣営による共闘は必須。
Yeah,
それほどの
he's
相手と
that
思いなさいな。
powerful.
あのはぐれのバーサーカー、神名は
True name is
サムソン。おそらく
Samson.
神より力を授かった怪力無双の闘士。
Yeah, Samson from the Bible. Actually, does make him one of the oldest servants. Because he's Old Testament. Old Testament.
神？
ええ、こちらにおける唯一にして無二の神。ざっくり言うと、一柱しかいない分、強力よ。
Say that like you've read the Bible? I mean, I know not everyone has, but I personally... like I said, when I saw this guy in the game, I knew it was him immediately. And for me, it was like seeing Superman in a video game. I'm in Georgia. Georgia of America, not the other one.
神や仏すべてから力を授かったに等しいかしら。
To phrase it in a way you'll understand, imagine if every god of this land and every Buddha gave all their power to one guy.
大きく出たな。
Terrifying.
仏のことはよく知らないが、なるほど。それは
You two are from America? Yeah, but not everyone here is.
世界は広い
At
から
least one person.
中にはとんでもない英雄もいるってこと。さあ、相手にとって不足なし。と言いつつ、一応確認しておくわ。お嬢さん、サムソンには弱点。
He's got kind of a big one we can't exploit, yes.
あるわ。サムソンは神から力を授かるとき、その髪に刃を当てないという条
Must not
件
cut
を
his
付けら
hair.
れた。
He also must not eat grapes in case they have fermented, because he's not supposed to have wine. And I think he's not supposed to eat honey either. No alcohol I get. The honey one, I never fully understood. And the hair thing was like a faith deal.
故に、髪の毛を切ることができれば、彼は力を失うわ。
Yeah, cut his hair, he loses his
聖書に書か
power.
れた通りにね。ってことは、あの子。ええ、かつての彼はそうや
Yep,
って死んだ
and that's what got him. The hair would get so annoying. I mean, look how long this guy's hair is. It drags on the floor behind him.
愛する女性に髪の秘密を打ち明け、裏切られて力を失い、死の間際には暴力の嵐と化したそうよ。
For a brief moment before he died, he prayed and repented and God gave him his strength back. He was like chained up in a temple. He literally pulled the entire temple down around him. He was so strong. Buff Cinderella.
女に裏切られたか。因果だね。
Everyone was in the tower. You're thinking of Rapunzel.
二度も同じ思いはさせたくないところさ。でもね、それでも私はあの子を止めなきゃならない。操られて暴れ回っちまうなんて、そんなの望むような子じゃないん
And
だ。
I said the only thing is a leafy vegetable? What? But German? Okay. Anyway, I said the only thing that would have made me more sure of who this was if he had a donkey's jawbone. Because there's a story of him using a donkey's jawbone to kill 1,000 people. Like, he just smacked 1,000 people in a row with a donkey's jawbone as his weapon. It was more to show he doesn't need an actual weapon and can just slap the fuck out of you with whatever. Was it 1,000 or 500? It was some absurd number. He's biblical Hercules, is what I like to call him. Just the really, really strong guy.
彼は私たちが引き受けるわ。みんなは援護をお願い。
師匠たちだけであれを相手に。
小野が師匠が勝てると申すか。
Were you about to say your teacher cannot win?
なんて。冗談冗談。でもちょっとだけ本気です。ともあれ、心配ご無用です。それに手が足りない時には。
If I'm actually gonna lose, please help. But Musashi loves the 1v1s. Samson, the mighty judge.
なで切りにしてあげましょう。
Versus Miyamoto Musashi, the flower at the apex of heaven.
いいかい、武蔵ちゃん。 無茶だけはするんじゃないよ。心配してくれてありがとう太夫ね。でもあなたはあなたの覚悟を決めなさい。それこれなら
Dead fast heart. Build up that MP gauge.
なんだやらせるか。覚悟。
Hey, none of that. Chastise you.
怒涛のごとく。
Owie. Ah, screw it. Let's just do this. Funzel means lettuce in German? I've heard that, yes, but it's also the name of the princess. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. Already back to full. God's sake. Dead fast, my heart. And hail Tenjin, the god of calamity and malice. Chop, chop, chop. Here we go. Pre-rendered. The smile. 'Cause look who's there. With the knife to cut his hair. Yeah. Weird little thing they did where Takao... Yeah, Takao apparently looks exactly like Delilah, who was the woman he loved who cut his hair in his sleep after he told her how his power worked.
Samson, 私
Yeah, it's raining. He's gotta protect her with the umbrella. It's what he always did. Oh. The elation of being proved right immediately met with the loss of he died. Level up! Rogue Berserker? No, Samson. And his noble phantasm is Delilah. Has been unlocked. Attack filled with anguish and indomitable spirit. The entire body flushed in crimson rage, slamming fist pulverizes the enemy. He's another example of a servant who desperately needs to keep their name hidden to not immediately lose. Samson and Achilles are the two who come to mind first.
みんなありがとうね。私のわがままに付き合わせちまって。先を急ぐんだろ。私らのことは構わなくていいよ。それに武蔵ちゃん、あんたもさ、これからは好きにしてくれていい。
Yeah.
という、私決めたんだ。もともとこの儀に乗り気じゃなかったのは分かってるだろ。私たちの願いは自分で叶える。義の勝者にはならなくていい。
Very nice thought.
あの子を捧げて助かろうなんて、そんな虫のいい話はないさ。あとねえ、セイバーじゃなくてバーサーカーの宮本武蔵さん。マスターなんざ放って好きに戦ってみたいんじゃないのかい。そりゃまあ多少ね。
Wouldn't you rather leave your master and just go crazy? A little, but like...
こう見えて一応はサーバントだもの。マスターの願いのために力を尽くします。
So, I understand why Samson was so attached to Takao. Because she is apparently a dead ringer for Delilah. I still wonder how Musashi got summoned by her.
私の願いだよ。あんたには好きにしてほしいさ。あとはあんたの願い次第だね、武蔵ちゃん。うまいな。トンチかな。そうかもしれないね。まあ、そういうことならきちんと叶えてあげなくっちゃね。
Rotisserie chicken you picked up from the gas station. Gas station chicken. Like, any, like, actual gas station food. Any sandwiches out of that? Huh? A gas station rotisserie chicken hits different than even the grocery store rotisserie chicken. It's weird like that.
難敵は消えた。遮るものは結界一つきりか。
押し通るぞ。いよいよ土帝に相対する。
それは気が早いんじゃないかしら。
他にもはぐれがいるのか。
いいえ、でも私がここにいる理由、まさか忘れてしまったのではないでしょうね。
More of a grocery store that sells gas. Ah. Oh dear.
来るか。アサシン。
That lightning was unrelated to Assassin. He does not have that power. If anything, I'd expect that to be from Ryder. My body moves mountains. My fangs crush steel. Neither mortal nor immortal. Nor perfect nor imperfect. Incarnation, omen of the great god Ibuki. What crushes aluminum fuck you want? Oh, you know, just... in case you haven't played K Command yet, just a quick show off that, yeah, this guy is genuinely able to call upon a god's power. Samson had a lot more of that, and was way more dangerous, which... quite disappointing we couldn't just chuck Samson at this guy. Oh. Yeah, he's got this snake mecha. And I mean a mecha made out of snakes. Go, Samson, I choose you! Great god Ibuki, let's try actual Western god.
あとは私の役目よ。あなたとはここまでね。
This hat is literally useless for keeping rain out. My hair is getting so wet. Like, there's only square holes in this.
セイバー君、アサシンの行方が気になるみたいね。
So stylish, though? It is. It's very stylish, but it fails at the one function a hat is supposed to have, which is protecting your head.
無理もありません。アサシンの解放した宝具は凄まじかった。
同感。しばらくぶりにゾクッときたわ。あの清絶なる新規容器、これまでは本気じゃなかったってわけね。
ドロテア殿が奴を引きつけていなければ、今頃上の一帯は。
ええ、跡形もないでしょうね。
果たしてドロテア殿、あのまま逃げおおせるか否か。
Not entirely accurate? What's up?
サーバント、特にアサシンに狙われた以上、無事じゃ
Yeah,
済まない
assassins,
助けがなければあの子は死ぬ
you'll
よ。
most certainly die if we leave her alone.
土帝かアサシンか、どちらにせよ決めるのはあんたさ。
そうね、ここは考えどころ。事態の元凶土帝を仕留めるか、宝具を解放したままのアサシンを討伐するか。ちなみにアサシンは放っておいても自分のマスターを殺してしまえば自滅するなんて考え方もできるけれど。
With a wide brim would be good for keeping the sun off your head. Won't help a hammer to the skull. That's not what I meant by protection, and you know it.
さて、いおりくんはどうする？
Protection can mean from different kinds of things. Alright, and here is a choice you can make. This affects a few bosses you fight, and one little scene at the end of the game, but for the most part, I really don't get why they did this. Her hat is protection from the ugly. But ugly isn't a physical thing. Sunlight and rain are still physical things you can measure and take action against.
決めるんだね。細い糸のような希望でも。
気持ちは決まった。
はい。すみません。
了解。気持ちは。
はい。
Hey, you can do this. So, because we can only get the original ending right now, not gonna go for worst timeline, we're gonna go with Pursue Assassin.
アサシンを放ってはおけない。奴を仕留めます。
Dusky plots divulged. Complete. Someone hasn't seen that one episode of SpongeBob. No, I've seen it. It's just a silly, stupid cartoon.
アサシンを仕留める。
And I don't mean stupid as an insult
聞いたぞ。
about that
宮本
episode.
伊織。
Huh?
あれ？あなたは
小説。貴殿怪我は？
かように案じられるほどやわにできてはいない。
そうか。なぜここに？
貴殿も見ただろう。最悪の化身となり果てたアサシンを。
Have you know that cartoon taught you how to tie your shoes? Do the loop-de-loop and pull, and your shoes are looking cool. And I already knew how to tie my shoes at that point,
こ
so...
のまま奴の暴走を許せば江戸は終わる。平穏は崩れ去り、混沌渦巻く修羅場と化すだろう。そうなれば世はますます歪み続ける。一刻も早
Older
く
than you?
倒さねば。
Am I older than you, Vintage? Are we sure of that?
ああ。あれを放ってはおけない。江戸と
I don't remember
人々の
everyone's
平
age.
穏は守らねばならん。そういうものだ。ゆえ、
think we went over that?
を倒す。
Possibly. 23? Yeah, I'm older than you. Only a little bit, though.
平穏を守る。それが貴殿が義を戦う理由か。
ああ。道に反する行い。見過ごしてはならない。
そうか。ならば、宮本伊織殿。
This one also came out a year before you were born.
貴殿に託そう。
Make me feel old. Hey, to be fair, I didn't see it the year it came out,
奴
though.
の討滅を。
Neither did you, obviously.
あ
ほう、随分といじらしい。
That was quite touching.
うんうん、可愛い子じゃないの。もうちょっとだけ若ければな。
小説、貴殿は来ないのか。
And Musashi's a cradle robber, if you're curious.
あいにく、今はアサシンと渡り合う術を持たぬ。共に行けども、貴殿らの二となろう。それに、私にはなさねばならぬことがある。奴を追い打ちたいのは山々だが。
あい、わかった。邪神の征伐は私
The
たちに
old fashioned, I've been
任せればいい。
smoking for 53 years. I'm 25 years old.
だそうだ。
I've been smoking since the day before you were born. I'm your father. Exactly.
最新、気を配ることだ。アサシンの体を覆う鱗は、刃も矢玉も受け付けぬ。
Lest we spit on the arrow? No, that's centipedes. Fuck.
ふむ。
何？邪神とは得てしてそういったものだ。かつては私も苦戦した。
Yeah, that's how snake gods work.
だが、案ずるな。私は勝てる。
ああ。
Yeah, Saber's noble phantasm should
貴
be
殿の剣ならば、
hard countering
必ずや
assassin. Snake gods are so slippery.
私の目が正しければ、貴殿の
Yeah,
宝
the
具は
very sword that
残土の
beheaded
伝
the
説
snake of
に縁
legend.
がある剣。故に、奴を、
ほう。
小説。セイバーの宝具に気づい
It
た。
is the Kusanagi.
とはいえ、奴は兄弟だ。真っ向から仕掛けるのは避けておくがいい。セイバーの剣が通じるのとは逆しまに、奴の神器もセイバーに効いてしまうはずだ。
忠告、痛み入る。
行くぞ、より。
さて、どう切ろうかしら。
切るのは私に
Yeah, I'm the
任
one
せろ。
who's doing that part. Yeah. Yep. Big ol' stat ups.
よし、敵は撤退したようだ。うまく断ち切ったな。
ドロテア・コイエットは南。
Looked like she was heading south, but
横須賀じゃないかしら。ほら、彼女の工房があるという話よね。サーバントと対峙できるような奥の手があるとしたらそこでしょう。
なるほど。では、我々も横須賀へ。
away we go. It's so far away.
敵はアサシンだ。抜かるなよ、より。
二度と毒には当てられぬようにするさ。
Not gonna be poisoned again. Calm down.
あらあら、ふふふ。バディって感じ出てきてるじゃない。
Musashi will now accompany you. Rogue starting final line. Yeah, I know how it works. To defend peace.
何かある。
Okay, my magic attack actually has gone up to 700 at this point.
さすがはアサシンの眷属。
I think Iori can actually go get that ability now.
分かっていればどうということはない。切り抜ける。
Time to play
こ
chess.
っちは準備万全だぞ。
Chess, what this is? And leave the party, accompany me. You'll control all of
力を貸
reality.
してやろう。
貴殿の旗
Meanwhile... Iori, at least for right this second, has 700 magic attack, so... Spells in any stance, a chance to make enemies drop their guard.
いい調子だ
And the fireballs and heavy attack 6 are bigger. And put it past them to sneak in Shogi? I would. This is definitely not in this game. I've played it before. Never played Shogi. It's basically Japanese chess.
なで切りにしてあげましょう。はあ 水の
There's slightly more to it with how its promotions work, but... And obviously the pieces do different things than chess pieces do, but it's very similar at the base level. Like, conceptually, if you are good at one, if you learn the other's things, you should be good at the other.
さあ次に行きましょう。
Not like automatically proficient, but like... strategy.
ここに豚小屋を建てよう。お楽しみの時間だ。よっ。かかれ。よっ。終わりさ。
There we go. Everybody get electrocuted. Play chess with your boss once because he wanted to play everyone.
魔力解放。
Kamehameha.
どうだ。
Beat your ass, then you beat his ass in Trivia Crack. There we go. With her big ass heels. Actually, it's not even just the heels,
思い
it's
知ったかい。
just tall ass shoes. Because she's short.
見よ魔力を。
よりあら
Yeah, yeah, reinforcements don't care. Attack and magic attack.
おお 神奈川港のサー
Yeah,
バント
Kanagawa.
覚悟しておけよより
ああ不本意だが押し通る
Yes, yes. Earth Artsing. Go over there. Okay.
魔術。
Yeah, I know how it works.
おおあの者たち
修行僧たちだとあそこは滝行ができるという話だったかな
我らが地、敵に狙われておるぞ。
セイバ
Saber, intercept.
任せておけ
Goku
より
real. Goku always real.
しかと片
Baited, Saber, intercept. I have plenty of meter, so I didn't mind doing this.
戻ったぞ
You're really gonna spam this shit every turn?
敵のしか。
Really? Yes, I know the monster died. It's fine. Gonna go a port.
この先に奴の気配ありだ
南に陣取って待ち構えてるみたいね。随分と熱烈な歓迎じゃない。
横須賀に向かう以上避けられません。
あ
早く鋭く陣
And burn.
相変わらず冴えた
bastard.
次はどんな技を見せてくれるのかしら。
なんというか
おやこの程度の
And we got a big ass fireball here now.
君なら簡単に跳ねのけちゃうんだけど。
Yeah, now it's a spirit bomb.
姿が変わっても師匠ですね。空の方だ。
合図をくれより
I do like how they basically constantly reiterate, yeah, this is not the Musashi of this world, but they're basically the same person. The Aori Shinu was basically this too. Plan to do is to be swallowing bombs in Legend of Zelda. Just chuck a grenade in there, man. Well, I don't think I brought any, but I'll double check. Sea Fiend tentacles need these. Phantom Snake Suppression.
山ごもりの時のよりくんを思い出します。
浮きすさぶ嵐のごとく
ライバルに囲まれてハンデソのよりくん。感慨深いわ。
そちらの俺もよく似た修行をしてきたようですね。
Yeah. Like, the other me really had to deal with the same shit I did, huh? I do like how this Musashi always asks, why are most of the other Musashis of other worlds guys? I don't get it. It's like, because Musashi just was usually a guy. I don't know what to tell you about that.
空の方だ。こっちだ。
鋭く
Fuck.
大技が来る。構えろ。
当たりはしない。
Glow with Ember.
もらった。
And lost at sea. You make water and we'll chop the fuck out of it. And goodbye to all your health.
また一つ強くなれたか。
Over here we have, yep, Rogue Archer.
はぐれのアーチャー。こんな形で相対することになるとは。
分かってはいたが、なんとも少しばかり
Character who was put in just because he's a little popular. It's not even that popular, honestly. I think, actually, probably as a counterpoint to his brother who was in, like, a bunch of the Extella and Extra games.
ドロテア殿がここを通ったかどうか尋ねたいところだが。
この様子じゃ話は通じないでしょう。元は相当の英霊にせよ、今ははぐれの身ならば。
はっ、おとなしくさせるまでのことを。
やはり師弟だな、いおりと武蔵。
Teacher and student, for real, for real. Rogue Archer, the man of rectitude.
早く鋭く来い。
Behold! We're going all out right from the start.
星をなす者絶技発揮怒涛
8 current raging storm.
見よう見まね
Get back into the vortex of pain. Ah, none of that. And now the beams follow me. I think there's a slight problem with how the beams are portrayed here, because they look like water. And I don't think that was the intention, because that is not his ability. He does not have any kind of water-based ability. The best I can think of is maybe it was made to look like water, because his brother, who I mentioned earlier, a lot of his powers look like fire, even though they're not. So maybe that? Chop, chop. That's probably a no. Nope, gone. At least he got away, we didn't have to kill him. Looks out their window wondering why we got a rave brawl going on. Rage rave.
は霊地と深く結びついている。かの術からは逃れられまい。やはり術の大元を叩かねば。
アサシンを仕留め次第、土帝だな。行くぞ。
ああ。
Yay, Raven Wrap, Alpha and Omega. Port acquired. Stats way the hell up.
横須賀に入るにはまだ。
待て。
いおり宮本だな。
Oh, hey.
ああ。
船で届けてやる。その代わり、お嬢様を助けてくれ。
元よりそのつもりだ。遠慮はせずに。
Thanks for the ride. Actually, look at some of our mountings real quick. We just got new ones. Not too excited by any of this. Acquire skills. Ah! Saber can go get something. Pick up something nice. Follow-up attacks will fill the affinity gauge more easily. That's nice. Could do this, but we're gonna save. We're gonna do this boss fight next time. I got stuff to do tonight. Fridays are a little weird for me. Also, my cat is going insane. But that is probably where we're gonna leave off for right now. I'm going to stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. Didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Bye-bye, YouTube. I'm stopping because I think this boss fight will last way longer than 30 minutes, with cutscenes involved. Well, bye.